Ice Cube 1. Why 2023 was a historic turning point. 2023 didn't just feel hot, it was hot. The hottest year since humans began recording temperatures. Chart increasing 1.48 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels may sound small, but in climate terms, it's massive. Globe showing Europe-Africa pre-industrial levels are considered the benchmark, the temperature Earth had before humans started burning coal, oil, and gas at industrial scale. Scientists have warned for decades that going above 1.5 degrees Celsius would lead to irreversible changes. Disruption in weather cycles. Droughts and famines. Sea level rise displacing millions. Collapse of biodiversity. Thermometer in 2023. We almost touched that 1.5 degrees Celsius ceiling, and for some months, we surpassed it. Tornado 2. Broken promises, the failure of global leadership. In December 2023, the world gathered at COP28, the Global Climate Summit. People expected action. But while leaders talked, emissions rose. A young activist, Lisapriya Kangajam, boldly confronted global leaders, pleading for an end to fossil fuels. Her speech echoed worldwide, but few responded with action. Oil drum fossil fuel companies, oil, coal, gas, continued to pollute. Even after decades of warnings. Right arrow in 2024, global emissions rose another 0.8%, pushing us further off the edge. Fire 3. Record-breaking heat waves, a new normal. Between June 2023 and August 2024, every single month broke global heat records. NASA confirmed, this streak was unlike anything in recorded history. And with every degree of warming, wildfires spread faster. Ice caps melt quicker. Oceans absorb more heat, disturbing marine life. We're no longer talking about future danger. We are living in the disaster zone. Fire Evergreen Tree 4. California's climate catastrophe. In 2024, California hit new climate extremes. Second hottest October on record. Dry winds and no rain. Temperature broke 5 records in a single day. What happens next? Wildfires. A major fire broke out in Palisades, believed to be triggered by New Year firecrackers, a symbol of how human carelessness, in a hotter world, turns into disaster. But wait, aren't some fires natural? Yes. Fires are part of the natural ecosystem. In fact, some seeds only germinate in fire. Fire clears dry undergrowth and renews forests. This is called fire ecology, a field that studies the role of fire in nature. But thermometer climate change is turning beneficial fires into unstoppable infernos. The problem isn't fire itself, it's how frequent, large, and destructive fires have become. Firecracker 5. Human-caused destruction, the real spark. Collision. A shocking 85% of wildfires in the U.S. are caused by human actions, fireworks, power lines, campfires, even discarded cigarettes. Fire. As the environment dries out from rising temperatures, even a small spark becomes deadly. In fact, fire season days in California increased from 66% to 90% of the year. Large wildfires have grown 25% more frequent. 8 out of the 10 worst fires in California history happened after 2017. This is not a coincidence, this is climate-driven chaos. Family Man Woman Girl Boy 6. The personal cost, one scientist's story. Let's talk about Peter Kalmus, a NASA scientist and climate activist. He lived in Altadena, Los Angeles, a place once filled with green parrots, avocado trees, cool breezes and shade. But as temperatures rose and wildfire seasons intensified, his home was choked with smoke. His children suffered from heat and respiratory issues. Eventually, the Bobcat fire destroyed his neighborhood. He lost everything. Even after moving to North Carolina, he couldn't escape the grief. He calls this era the apocalypse. Not because it's future fiction, but because it's already happening, piece by piece. Factory 7. Who's responsible? Meet the 57 culprits. A 2017 study revealed something staggering. Police Carlight, just 57 companies are responsible for 80% of global emissions since 2016. These are fossil fuel giants like ExxonMobil, BP, Chevron, Shell, Saudi Aramco, Coal India. Books. These companies knew about climate change since the 1950s and 60s. Conducted internal research confirming the dangers. Chose profit over people. Funded misinformation campaigns. Lobbied politicians to delay climate action. One example. Microscope. Charles Keeling created the famous Keeling curve, which tracks rising CO2. His early research? Funded by fossil fuel-linked foundations. They knew. They hid it. Even during U.S. congressional hearings in 2021, executives admitted to deceiving the public. 8. What can be done? Yes, the climate crisis is terrifying, but there's still hope. But not if we stay silent. Man scientist Peter Kalmus believes in civil disobedience, protests, blockades, public pressure. Because planting trees is good. Recycling helps. But none of that matters if fossil fuel industries continue unchecked. We must challenge the system, politically, legally, socially. Deciduous tree. 9. India's forests, the fight against deforestation. In India, trees are being cut for highways, power plants, tourism, and housing. Examples. 112,000 trees for a religious pilgrimage road. 10 million trees for the Great Nicobar Project. 250,000 plus trees for coal mines in Hasdeo. Even 27,000 trees in Bhopal were to be cut for VIP bungalows. But then, people fought back. Police Carlight. On June 17, 2024, after months of protests, the Bhopal tree-cutting plan was cancelled. Raised fist activism works. Brain. 10. Final message: don't give up. This crisis wasn't caused by you, but it will be solved by people like you. Demand political change. Support renewable energy. Join or support environmental justice movements. Learn the science. Share the truth. Seedling. We are the last generation with a real chance to fix this. Let's not waste it. Green Circle. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.